Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 25 of an Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road walkthrough. In the previous episode, we met up with Narcissus Drin, and we helped him...
Another chance at perfection.
We tried to help him get some artifacts, some alien artifacts, but eventually we got tired of his shenanigans and let him get turned to stone by one of the traps. So we gave the artifact to his assistant. And now what I want to do is to go back to the main city in the zone. Let's see what I got from this chest here. Alright, nothing new, nothing I hadn't collected, but that's cool. I'll scrap that stuff for some materials or sell it for gold. Oh, you know what? I could go do this daily quest. This shouldn't take long. I'm gonna go finish this daily quest, and then we'll go to the, we'll go start the next scribing quest. Alright, we can't go up that way. I'm just going to run through this as fast as possible to try to get the rewards from it. I'm not going to worry about killing all the monsters or anything. Long walk up these stairs. Alright, now I'll fight. Alright, got one venom crystal. Where's the others? There's one over here. Gotta go this way.
Your fate is sealed.
Out of stamina. I can't even break free from a stun. There, I got a little bit of stamina back. Alright, I think I need one more. Down this way. Which way? Which way? Should I go down? Or stay up? I think I need to go down. I should have jumped down. Hopefully I didn't just make a mistake and it's actually up. Nah, it's not that far up. It's fine. Alright, now let's just teleport back. Just teleport back, turn in the daily quest, and then we'll start the scribing quest.
Another mercenary back from the field. Give me the news, soldier.
I gathered the venom crystals from the Crystal Jacks.
Oh, how beautiful. If they turn out to be harmless, I might actually keep one of these. But thank you. The last thing Westweald needs right now is a new poisonous insect flittering about.
True.
Here, I'm sure this compensation is adequate.
It is?
Count Calantius has authorized the Imperial Legion of Westweald to hire capable individuals to handle delicate situations throughout the region. Would you be interested, perhaps?
What do you need me to do?
Root around in rubble and retrieve any Reachfolk trinkets you can find. It seems that during Varan Aquilarius's uprising to claim the Ruby Throne, Leovic requested aid from the Reachfolk. One such clan met its end at what is now called Varan's Watch.
Why are you interested in old Reachfolk trinkets?
Oh, I'm not, but Count Calantius is, and he tasked the Legion with recovering them for a Reach diplomat. Apparently, these trinkets, that Varan's forces considered unimportant and tossed in rubble heaps, actually have some sort of sentimental value.
Alright, I'll gather the Reachfolk trinkets from Varan's Watch.
I remember when the Legion was beyond number, when we had no need of adventurers for hire. Alas, those days are gone. Still, I expect you to bear in mind that Skingrad and Count Calantius are funding your efforts. Conduct yourself accordingly.
Why does a Reach diplomat care about some old, discarded trinkets?
Have you ever met a Reach folk? They're a superstitious lot. As I understand it now, their warriors carry these trinkets into battle to appease their gods, or give them luck, or something. Anyway, they also have some sort of spiritual connotation.
What do you mean?
The Reach diplomat claims the clans cannot rest until the trinkets are returned to them and certain rites are performed. It's all beyond me, but Count Calantius says we can't risk angering the despot of Markarth. We have enough problems as it is.
The Despot of Markarth?
Ard Kaddic, ruler of the Reach. The diplomat bears his seal and speaks with his authority. The Count would prefer to just return the trinkets and mollify the despot, thus avoiding escalating the situation. Besides, we have no need of the trinkets.
Is the Imperial Legion really we've already answered these. Okay. So, I'm going to go on to the last scribing quest. I think we've only got one left. And where does this send me? Where does this new daily quest send me? Trinkets from the Reach.
The longer you temper the steel.
Okay, I don't think we've been to that delve. That's interesting. And it's right north of Big Erm. So maybe we'll do that after we finish the scribing quest. Eventually we need to start the epilogue, but I'm not ready to start it quite yet. I'm trying to think, where is the portal that takes us to the scribing area?
Take a portal.
I'm trying to find the portal to take it. Xander, I'm trying to do that. We gotta find it first. That's a nice statue there. Here it is. go. Okay, and the last one, instead of it being Fable of the Netch, it's Nabal of the Fetch. Nabal of the Fetch, a completely true account of Ulfsild's favorite luminary. Some sought the power of the Indrik, prodigious yawners who lacked imagination, drawn to power and might. Some sought the power of the dragon, supposed orators who prized their own voices, never letting the thought of another pass without interjection. Some sought the power of the griffin, like-minded individuals obsessed with their own ideas, blind to the fact that there was nothing unique about them. For everyone else, truly righteous and buoyant souls, there was the Netch. Dashing, cunning, splendid and shapely, all who knew the Netch had their lives made lighter and brighter by its mere presence. When someone tried to do something prodigiously stupid, like trading an island sanctuary for a silly book, the Netch's lithe tendrils would guide him gently back to doing something more productive, like cherishing his wife, or cleaning his fingernails with a hot iron poker, or literally anything else. The other luminaries groveled. "Oh, great and glorious Netch," they said, "we beseech you to aid us in lifting the green boulders of envy rolled over our hearts. Let our bosoms float with such lightness as your bosom. Make our voluptuous dreams come true." "I will of course use my magic," said the wise and benevolent Netch, "to keep you from holding yourselves to my frankly unfair standard of luminescence." The Netch did this. The followers of the other luminaries saw the Netch in all its glory and decided to turn their hearts to it instead. The luminaries were so happy for this. The Netch basked in all their loving attention, and everyone everywhere was happy and fulfilled, and wanted for nothing.
I see you found whatever this is. It's not the Fable of the Netch, as I recall it.
It's not?
Nevertheless, an entertaining
I am
read.
occasionally...
I quite enjoyed the Netch bosom. We knew there was something off about that book, but we've been searching for material to support your investigation of the Netch's wing, and this was the best we could find. Almost like someone's keeping the real book stashed away somewhere.
Okay, that's interesting.
I am occasionally fond of the Netch's levity. However, if you are short on patience for playful antics, you may find this a difficult trial. Worth it, I think, on your path to master scribing.
Why is this book called Nabal of the Fetch?
A prank, no doubt. The Netch is known for pranks and tricks. It enjoys wandering invisibly, causing mischief and spreading what it considers to be joy. The Netch almost certainly traded out the Scalarium's fable for one of its authorship.
How should I find the real Fable?
I think it likely the Netch will reveal some sign to you. It delights in showing off its cleverness. Nalia and I discovered an echo in the West Wing that should relate to the Netch. I'm sure whatever you learn there will be most instructive.
Alright, I'll start there.
I hope nothing else has been tampered with. There's already so much wrong in the Scalarium. So much that didn't stand the test of time.
What can you tell me about the Netch?
A vain, jovial, and generous being. It approaches life's solemn moments as an opportunity for new ways to demonstrate its wit and whimsy. The Netch and Ulfsild got along famously well, but I find it to be a little much.
Why is that?
It enjoys being the center of attention, its tendrils ever reaching for ever more. Ruffles my feathers a bit. Its actions will seem enigmatic, even esoteric, but it really does mean well, I think.
Thank you for talking about it. Oh, what's this? The Ashes of Red Mountain by Unknown. Retained for posterity by scholar Tjurhane Fear and transcribed in this volume. Dry, wretched ash still clings to me as I recall my expedition to Red Mountain. My search for a remedy has seen me plagued by my own skin. This truly is a divine punishment inflicted on all Dunmer. I imagine the Dwemer must be having quite the laugh, wherever they wound up. Red Mountain held nothing but fragments of bone. I was breathing in the dust of those who fell in battle. My hope was to discover some leftover dwarven secret, or perhaps an artifact of my ancestors. Anything that might aid me. Hope built on baseless rumor. Gossip between soldiers. Perhaps anything that might have helped disappeared along with the Dwemer. I don't know, nor do I care. My faults and insecurities got the best of me, nearly got me killed. I cannot return to who I once was. I know that now. I must make peace with that. I hope that in time Nerevar's counselors will find a path forward. Surely this religion they seem to be. Alright, anything else? Nalia's Journal 1. I can't believe it's finally done. I'm an official knight of the Order of the Lamp. From now on, I'll serve the Mages Guild the way that best suits me, as a votary. Of course, Father would have preferred me to stick with the adepts in their classrooms, but I've always found swords easier to understand than sorcery. I've already received my first assignment. I'll be accompanying a small group of adepts out to an alien ruin tomorrow at dawn. It should be fairly uneventful. They're just studying some carved runes near the entrance to the structure. How dangerous could it be? I guess the guild doesn't quite trust me to protect the adepts on my own just yet. There's another votary on this journey, a dark elf named Lauren. He's not much more experienced than I am, maybe one season ahead of my class. I suppose we're both still just saplings in the grand scheme of things. At least he's easier to talk to than the mages in this group. Maybe it's because I used to be one of them, but I can tell they think we're unnecessary, that their magic is all they need. I know most of them could probably defend themselves if it came down to it, but magicka can be depleted. As long as I have the strength to swing my sword, I know I can depend on it. I think we're getting close. The adepts are starting to perk up, and my weary feet tell me we've been on the road a good while now. It will be nice to take a break while the mages examine their runes, or whatever it is they're up to. Okay, that was interesting. I don't know if we needed to read that, but it was interesting. We got 2 more, actually. 3 more. Sigil of the Dragon Analysis. I've heard from the others the challenges you faced in constructing a riddle that met the dragon's standards. Kudos to you, adventurer. I can assure you your efforts are resulting in tidal shifts in the magical forces across Tamriel. So this is talking about the earlier quest with the dragon. The imbuement of the dragon's power has allowed me to find several new signature scripts during my wanderings of the Scholarium's back halls. Meanwhile, my contacts in the Mages Guild have noted signature scripts appearing in caches rewarded for defeating infamous powerful monsters across the land, as well as for participating in the Three Banners War in Cyrodiil. Even our oafish cohorts in the Fighters Guild apparently have seen signature scripts appear in their rewards, though how they can make heads or tails of something so masterful in mystic design is beyond me. Somehow the dragon has also caused luminous ink to begin appearing in treasure chests across the world. Is this some kind of symbolic connection to the Luminary's chosen shape? Or yet another riddle? Confounding! Finally, I should alert you that Archmagister Vanus Galarian himself has taken notice of your efforts. He has subsidized a number of scripts in various styles to be made available for research purposes in guild halls across the continent. Please use the handbill that's been passed around to our adepts for details. More felicitous. Keep up the good work. Okay, so it looks like we were supposed to read these when we finished the earlier quests, and we're sort of getting caught up on them now. The Largesse of the Archmagister. Attend, adepts. You have no doubt caught wind of the rumors about the rediscovered library from out of antiquity. They are true, while as yet this schemata is not ready for wholesale analysis by every member of the guild. Archmagister Vanus Galarian does wish to ensure those curious about this metamagical theoriset have ample time to examine primary source materials. Ample time borrowed from my time, it says in the green note. It took quite forever to procure enough text for analysis. To that end, a series of 9 scripts are being made available, fully free of charge. at mages guilds across Tamriel. These scripts were meticulously hand-copied and examined by Archmagister Vanis Galerian himself, and are in some cases judged to be better reference materials than the originals. Of all the nerve, I, Vavarndenfell, did the work to create these copies. I shall lodge a complaint. Okay, so the green text is Vavarndenfell's notes. You can find these gifts from the Archmagister in the following guild halls: Volkel Guard, Davin's Watch, Daggerfall, Wayrest, Eldenroot, Mournhold, Riften, Evermore, Ralka. Go carefully as you explore this new and exciting mystical technique, but do so with enthusiasm and the compliments of Mages Guild leadership. Compliments my eye, the nerve. Okay, so that's just a clue that we can go there and get some cool scripts. So that would be cool. The class script conundrum. Adventure, though friends and fellow chroniclers across the guild, through friends and fellow chroniclers, I've heard about mystical parchment pieces showing up in curious locales. These scraps are magically inclined in the same way as signature scripts, the dragon specialty. It appears that treasure troves from numerous sources are now being improved by the addition of these parchment pieces. So far, I've heard reports that they can be acquired from ancient dungeons, battlefields between adventurers, the front in Cyrodiil, the battle arenas in locales like the Maelstrom or Dragonstar Arena, large-scale adventure trials like the Assault on Cloudrest or the delve into the Halls of Fabrication. Even the caches rewarded from Master Writs. A most puzzling conundrum, perfectly formed from that perfidious dragon's pate. I wish you luck in finding a solution to her mystical madness. Okay, so, you know what? I haven't even opened this one. What did we get? Ooh. I got the mace from the Alien Refuge set. And a script.
An unanticipated windfall.
Yes. An unanticipated windfall indeed. Alright, one more. Sigil of the Griffin. By the way, I might do a separate walkthrough and level... Here's what I was going to check. Is there a scribing skill? There's not, right? Well, I still might do a separate series on, like, how to... Like, I might try to collect all the scribing stuff. We'll see. Sigil of the Griffin analysis. Well, I returned to my shop as you were in the process of completing the Griffin's Wing to find that fox creature rooting around in my stores. Poor Kyle was gibbering and snarling, quite beside herself. I shooed it away, but when it began speaking, it was so charming. Well, I must say I've never dealt with quite so lovely a creature in all my days. Cal still remains skeptical, however. Perhaps this fox is also responsible for the appearance of the luminous ink in heavy sacks across the world. Is this some kind of reverse theft? Helping by sneaking? Who can say with a Daedra creature like that? I digress. The most obvious result of your work with the Griffin are the wonderful animated armor constructs that now protect the Scalarium from any potential threats. The imbuement of the Griffin's power, meanwhile, has resulted in new leyline activity across Tamriel. I found quite a number of focus scripts here in the Scalarium, ready for your perusal. Likewise, my contacts in the Mages Guild were quite surprised to find focus scripts appearing in their reward troves. Adventurers who participate in combat against other adventurers are finding them in their worthy rewards, such a term. And those who venture into delves are likewise being awarded these valuable pieces of parchment. What a cacophonous symphony of sources. More research awaits. Delightful. Alright, so we can get lots of stuff from different sources. Now, let's see if we can find where to go next for the Navel of the Fetch. Here we go.
What in Ifre's name? Is that a squirrel?
It appears to be a squirrel, yes.
Hey there! I thought you could use some help tracking down the fable. It seems like this Netch has a very distinct sense of humor. I'm willing to play along for now, if you are.
How should we play along?
The Netch is a trickster, but it's also proud of its wit. Getting the upper hand with someone like that is simple. Flatter them. Reminds me of a Covenant knight I once met who tried all night to get my attention. But that's a story for another day.
So you think we should flatter the Netch? How can we do that?
I think we do just as they did in the fable. Here, allow me.
Go right ahead.
Oh, great and glorious Netch! Your cleverness exceeds us. We beseech your aid in finding your true fable. Guide us to your Netchy bosom. Make our lofty dreams come true. I think it worked. Quick, follow them.
How many of them are there? 6, 7? Okay.
Good heavens, I say! Aha! You found it! The true fable! Not as good as my version, of course.
Fable of the Netch, annotated. Fable of the Netch. There were stories of unusual fortune and luck. Riches found by the poor. Love found by the lonely. Vavarndenfell was abuzz with these tales. The so-called miracles were not replicable by the tribunal and caught the attention of the clergy. Priest Lucillin intended to find the source of these mysterious blessings. Lucillin first visited a farming village in the Grazelands. There, a child had run away from home to an island southeast of town. It was a dangerous place, full of monsters. But when the search party found the boy, he was sitting among a flock of pecking hens. The child said a Netch had rained on each monster that approached and turned them into chickens. The village held a feast and dined on the birds, which were filling but tasted of sulfur. For a generation after this, the island remained empty of monsters. The note says, this must be near the northeasterly town of Voss. There's a Daedric ruin on an island nearby devoted to Molag Bal, just southeast of the town. I'll start there first. Okay, but what zone is this? From there, Lucillin went northwest around Red Mountain. Oh, it's in Vavarndenfell. That's right, it says Vavarndenfell right there. Lucillin went northwest around Red Mountain, then south to a Stonewood riparian settlement. He met a caravaner who had no coin to spare just a fortnight ago, as she was deep in debt. Now she was offering rides to passengers for free. Riparian settlement, the note says, a city on the banks of a river southwest of Red Mountain. Has to be Balmora. Okay, I'm real familiar with Balmora. Voss, Balmora, I know these towns real well. This was the first zone I ever did in ESO. Lucillin asked her to explain this reversal of her fortune. She said that while waiting for a passenger on the riverbank, a Netch floated up from the water, spooking her silt strider into the deepest part of the river. The creature panicked and quickly went under. When the caravaner dove in after it, she found a passenger ship that had gone missing years ago. She saved her silt strider and recovered a shipment of treasured jewels, more than enough to cover her debt. Lucillin pleaded for the caravaner to tell him more about the strange Netch, but she said nothing. After this, Lucillin spent many lonely months on the road. When he realized he had wandered in a circle, he ventured next to the Zainab in the Grazelands, where locals pointed him to a ruin in the foothills of Red Mountain. The note says, going in a circle means we're back in the northeast. It's a Dwemer ruin, something that sounds like a sneeze. Nechulift. Inside the ruins, he found an elder Ashlander talking to the air as if he spoke to a grandchild. Who are you talking to? Lucillin asked. The elder explained that when he was an explorer in these ruins, he fell from one of the bridges. It would surely be the end of him. But before he landed in the lava below, a set of pale tendrils caught him. They set him safely back on the ground. Since that day, he had returned to the ruins whenever he wanted to feel that familiar presence. In fact, his Netch friend was floating near Lucillin now. He was surprised Lucillin didn't feel the tendril on his shoulder, or the feeling of weightless joy brought on by the Netch. Lucillin left with haste, but when he returned to his order, his findings were deemed insufficient. Despite this, Priest Lucillin would not let go of the idea of the Netch, and was ridiculed for this belief. At last, wandering among the islands on Azura's coast, he saw the ghostly pale Netch, neither animal nor spirit. The miserable Lucillin could finally see the Netch too, and he felt buoyant. Here the note says, "I'd bet anything Lucillin found the door to the Netch's realm near the old wizard towers on the coast, Sadrith Mora. I'll have to look into it." So I remember where most of these places are. This should be fairly easy. There's another note over here. Call Assistant Chronicler. Familiar to Firodil, Merchant. This is Call, my dear and beloved familiar. She has been with me for many years. Please give Call the utmost respect and kindness as a vendor, Assistant Chronicler, and full-fledged member of the Mages Guild. She is a professional, I say, and will treat you well if you treat her in kind. Okay, Call. Call glances at Firendil. Seeing a quick nod in response, the scamp fixes you with a wide, slightly sickening smile. It's an achievement furniture. Oh, cool. Like you can get the Fables as books. If you get certain scripting achievements, you can get copies of the Fables to put in your house. And I've already achieved some of these. Let's see, how many, I wonder how much gold I have. I don't necessarily want to repair from Call, but how much gold do I have? 360,000 gold? Yeah, buying all these.
Any luck finding the real Fable?
I did. Any insight on these locations in the Fable?
Let me look. Here, this part about the river settlement. I bet anything that's Balmora. Lovely place. There's a big river running through the middle of town. Sounds like it was even bigger back when the Fable was written.
I already know it's Balmora. They said it was Balmora. Just want to make sure I've taken all of these. Clean these things out of my inventory is almost full. I need to put this stuff in my bank. Okay, do I have to, dispel the first set? Okay, I don't need clues, I don't think. I think I can figure this stuff out on my own because I've done Vavarndenfell 2 or 3 times. What's this? The Conquest of Hubalajad? Alright, I'm not going to read this one. This is about Hubalajad, the prince. He sailed somewhere. A fierce Nedic tribe found him. Somebody shot an arrow at him. It lodged in his headdress. The warrior Ra'aba went to the shore and killed 7 Needs. They drove away the barbarians. So they so they named it after Ra'aba. That's why it's called Aba's Landing. Okay. Cool, now we know why Aba's Landing is called Aba's Landing. No, I don't want to talk to people for clues. I'm pretty sure I can figure this out on my own. I mean, it told us in the story, it told us actually where we needed to go. Nope, that's the wrong way. this way. Skingrad? It's not gonna let me go to Vavarndenfell. Wait, what's this? Vavarndenfell, okay, good. Alright, so I
Keep your
remember...
eyes open for a good tea shop. Always happy to try a new blend.
This is Sadra the Mora. Okay.
Dear Tyrwin, how I long to see you smile.
Let's look at the fable. Alright. That's where the door is. The door to the Netch's realm is in here, but we don't want to go to the door first. We want to go to Voss in the northeast.
What do you want?
Alright, is this Voss? Let's tell Aurum. No, Voss is up here somewhere. Wait, how am I riding on water? Is there land here, or... My mount can just run on water? Really? Wow. I thought this was just a regular mount. That's incredible. Well, I just wanted to get this point of interest here, but it looks like it's not going to work. There it goes.
That brings bad luck.
Getting pretty close. Feeling nostalgic being in Vavarndenfell now. If you watch the first ESO series I ever did, it's called the Standard Edition walkthrough. The whole thing, almost the whole thing takes place here in Vavarndenfell. But I had a crappy computer back then, so... If you do decide to watch it, get ready for graphics that aren't that good. Alright, so here's Voss. Now, where... Where in Voss is it? Okay, so just southeast of the town is an island over here, probably. Is an island devoted to the worship of Moloch Baal.
One more day, that's all I ask. The world must have
No, it's some sort of glitch. It just glitched out and allowed me to run across the water earlier, but it's not doing it now. There it is. Just got to get up there. Alright, because I took that sky shard, I'm going to have to... Oh, wait, I got a skill point. Interesting. What do I want to get with this skill point? Okay, so... That's a bunch of... I think these might be useful. Do I have a Soldier of Apocrypha? No. Okay, what about my Destruction Staff? Do I have all those? Wow. Okay, I've got all those. Got all of those. What about racial? All those. Okay, so I'm just going to increase my crafting. Let's do clothing. Woodworking will be important for an Arcanist, for a Magicka Arcanist. Oh, I've almost got woodworking maxed out. Wood extraction. Let's increase. Okay, that's not very helpful. Already got those. Okay, let's get another wood extraction. Why not? Okay, so now I'm going to have to go down and back around, I think. Wait, is that even possible? Yeah, there's no other way. What am I doing wrong here? I guess I need to approach from the northern side. Maybe swim around. And then approach from the northern side. Here we go.
Hostilities ended. Now, to relax.
Oh, I thought the thing was going to attack me. Alright, can I maybe climb up here? Maybe take a shortcut? Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to fight this thing over again. Alright, I'm not gonna drop down this time. Here we go. Where is it? Stone of Esutonimus. That's part of Vavarndenfell. It's not really part of this quest. Definitely do not see the seal. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Fragment of the Netch's key. One fragment of the key to the Netch's door. Alright, and with that, I'm going to call it a day, or call it a night. It's dark out in Vavarndenfell. So in the next episode, we'll continue to get the fragments of the key to get to the Luminary of the Netch. Thanks for watching. See you next time.